Knick of all time, right?
Obviously, the greatest Knick is Willis Reed.
It's Louis Willis.
And Willis said it was Patrick. And Patrick said it's Patrick.
Just to follow up on that, man, I mean, you get such a unique perspective into Jalen's career. I mean, you both were point guards for the New York Knicks. There's so many comparisons every time you have big games. Almost feels like, you know, Walt Clyde Frazier, Jalen Brunson. Like anytime there's like a record that's close to it, y'all are so close to each other. As, in my opinion, the greatest Knick of all time, the greatest Knick point guard of all time, what do you see in him that makes him so special, especially for this franchise?
Well, I think he's a good person. His character, the way his father and mother brought him up, parental guidance, it's given him a lot of confidence, and that's why he's comfortable being the captain. So I read where he always said his parents told him to lead, always be a leader, don't be a follower. So he's had that all the time, but I like he's unflappable. You know, with all the kudos he's received this year, he's the same person. He's always the same. He's not too high, too low. So I like that about him. And I knew when we got him from Dallas, he had averaged 16 points a game for his career. So I was saying, man, if this guy averaged 20, I'll be very happy. But he averaged 24. And, you know, I thought like a lot of people that have, in the playoffs, yeah, he's going to be different, that they put a taller guy on him, force him to his weakness, they'll be able to contain him. But he always came up with something different. You know, his dexterity, the off the bounce, off the dribble, whatever he was doing, he was always very creative. So, you know, I was falling in love with him then, and then this season, he really elevated his game, you know, averaging 28 points a game, 40% from play. So we know in this town, it's difficult the expectations are always overwhelming. So to rise to that occasion his first 2 years and accept that challenge, catapulting the team. So, you know, he's definitely got a chance to be one of the greatest Knicks ever. Not the greatest. And when I did a video for him, I wasn't able to be at the induction when he was inducted as the captain. But I told him he reminds me a lot of Willis Reed. They're both lefties. They have a tenacious work ethic. They're always sharing and caring. And team first concept. They're always thinking of the team, not themselves. So he's got all the qualities. And like we just said, he has to stay healthy. How's your hand?
It's pretty good. I appreciate those kind of words. I'll just, when we had Clyde on the podcast, you know, he was saying very nice things or whatever, and we walked off the podcast. He looked at me and Josh, who was back in my dad with a bush of ass. So he's saying a lot of nice things, but he said the competitor.
Still got it. Guys, we're about to wrap up real quick, but I know Spike, we talked backstage. I know we wanted to say a few words before we wrap this thing up.
When Dave DeBusschere, the late great Dave DeBusschere, put his hand in the thing, and I don't know if the envelope was cold or hot. Anyway, Patrick Ewing. I ran to the subway, got to 34th Street, got in line. So I've had season tickets since Patrick Ewing's rookie. And I didn't start courtside. Every movie, I moved down.
Do the right thing, seats down there.
And so, they cost a grip too. But I'm very happy to be up here with my guys, Ben and Walt means so much to me growing up. May 8th, 1970, I was 13 years old, as I was at Game 7. the Willis Reed game. I've been to Super Bowls, World Cups, World Series, but I've never ever heard a noise this loud when Willis dragged his right leg. His first two shots, the first shots of the game. And I was at the service of Kobe Bryant. And I asked Jerry West. I said, Jerry, I saw it just like you said, world champ, ultimate Jerry. Jerry West denied. He said, everybody else turned around, but he didn't do it, but I saw him do it. I just have such a good feeling for this team, a love for this team. And the 72-9 is over 50 years. It's 5 decades since we've won. And it's motherfucking time. It's time. And also, I'm a collector. I just want to share something. And I want my brothers. Oops. Yeah,
Oh, wow.
This is the net, one of the Nets from May 8th, 1970. The first Knicks championship. And Clyde, come here for a second. You have, I want to hear your audience. They say it's Willis Reed game, but tell us your stats. May 8th, 1970, when we defeated the Lakers. What you did that in May of 1970.
36 points, 19 assists,
Damn!
7 rebounds,
Yeah!
4 steals.
What,
I saw hot dogs at halftime.
You get any steals up Jerry West that game? You remember?
What?
Did you get any steals up Jerry West that game?
West and Baylor, yeah.
Well, we got them, right?
Yep.
So, again, we need to get a motherfucking champ. Excuse my language, especially for the young people, please. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. But 72 to 73. Come on now. Let's go. Let's get another ring. Orange and blue sky. Let's go. Orange and blue sky.
Ladies and gentlemen, that's it. Make some noise for Walt Clyde Frazier, Josh Hart, Spike Lee, Ben Stiller, the captain, Jalen Brunson.